So Arman, you gotta go see the
Uh,
Spider-Man movie while it's still in theaters.
it looks like utter shit.
It's really, really good.
It's a cartoon with shitty animations
Look,
and
Arman, I don't give a shit what you think. Go see it. I don't give a shit what you think about anything. Go see it today.
I thought it was a TV show.
Literally, fuck your own face. Go see this movie, man.
I don't know, man.
It's really good. It's a great premise. All these Spider-Mans converge on a single dimension, and the animation style is it's inspired. It's really amazing. I've been watching anime for a fucking long time, since the mid '90s, and this shit is some next level shit. It's really good. It's beautiful.
Uh,
Innovative in many ways.
okay. If you say so, I'll take your word.
Don't give me that bullshit, Armand. Go see it. Did you ever see the
No,
Warcraft movie?
no promises, but I'll check it out again. Yeah, the Warcraft movie was cool.
Did you see it in theaters?
Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think so.
Then you
Maybe. I
then you
think,
fucked
yeah, I
up.
did. I think I did.
You did or you didn't?
I think I did.
You don't know anything. You probably didn't even see the movie.
What we're talking about Warcraft?
I saw the StarCraft movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was live action, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite. The Diablo movie? My favorite.
I couldn't tell the difference if it was CGI or live action. It was so good.
The Warcraft movie I saw in theaters, and it has the best CGI of any movie ever. Fuck Avatar. It's so much better.
Yeah, Bruce Willis was amazing in it.
I'm pretty
Uh,
sure it was uh fuck, I can't remember his name. I can never remember actors' names.
yeah, Tom Cruise was good in it too.
Yeah, it was definitely Tom Cruise. Oh,
Jay
Rocks,
Leno was
Rocks
also.
Johnson's.
What? Why did Jay Leno pop up in my mind? Who's Jay Leno? Oh, the guy with a huge chin. He's actually. He seems like a complete douche, but I respected the guy because
He has a lot of
he
cars,
had. Yeah, he had a lot of cars. I was
just
into
like
cars
you,
at the time.
except his cars run.
Dude, he had a fucking motorcycle that had two helicopter engines or a jet engine in it
Dude,
or something.
he has multiple warehouses filled with cars.
I don't know. He's pretty cool, I guess.
Hey man, I don't give a shit what people spend their money on.
Fuck, he's rich. He can do whatever he wants.
Guys, yeah, I'm right. I can't wait to drop $500 million on something stupid so that people can bitch about it.
I'm glad you didn't spend all your money on fucking opium dens.
Oh, fuck, I'm on. My real problem has been finding an opium den. That's the problem. Spending the money, I would love to spend my money on opium dens. I just can't fucking find them.
Secretly, he's been searching. He just can't find one.
Yeah, every fucking day. I even abandoned the code words. I'm just like, hey, I just walked down the street with a sign, opium den, looking for
All right,
want
let's
to
stick.
buy opium den.
All right, let's talk about something video games. Well, this is also video games and bullshit. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, did we do an intro this time? I don't think so.
What a segue
All part of the plan, the script, a finely tuned script.
that we
Man,
spend hours on.
so I would love to live out in the wilderness in like the forest, right? Be close to nature, be far away from people. Basically, people are the worst of every day, worst part of every day.
Jesus, just like visit my house.
However, However, what I've realized after 4 years in China is that I would rather live in the worst place in the world as long as it has fast internet than live in the wilderness with no internet. That's how important internet has become to me.
Really?
Really. This internet is such garbage. It's depressing. It's so depressing.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. I mean, internet is important.
No,
I
it's
just
more than
got
important. I can't live without it.
I just purchased PlayStation Plus year subscription for $60
Well, what a waste of money.
so I can play Anthem. Um, hey, it's you spent you got a 6 month subscription to World of Warcraft.
I know. That was a waste of money. Because I was certain that I was certain that it wouldn't automatically resub me.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously I was wrong.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely charge you auto charge unless you cancel.
So I canceled it. But I already paid for the 6 months, so I have it until July. But it will not automatically resub me in July, which pisses me off. That's like $70 wasted, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sweat the small stuff.
Excuse me.
But that's a lot of pizza that $70 could have bought me. I'm just so excited to get back to fucking civilization, man. To be cold, be cool in the summertime and warm in the wintertime, and to see a real doctor who actually fucking believes in science and have fast internet. Pardon me. be able to order reasonable quality food at reasonable prices. Be able to go to the grocery store and buy almost anything that you could imagine from almost anywhere in the world.
They made a Harris Teeter right next to your house.
What the fuck is Harris Teeter?
It's like a Giant or Safeway, a grocery store.
Oh, really? Like, just like where? Like where? When I asked where, I meant like fucking generally. Like within a few miles? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Douchebag.
You need to get your fucking head out of your ass.
Uh, it's 12:30 where I'm at, and you're just starting your day.
Hey, fucking, you took a fucking nap at 9 p.m., you piece of shit. Don't tell me you're tired.
I'm still dude, I go to sleep at 10 or 11 every day.
Yeah, but you wake up at 1 p.m. It's not like you have a very impressive day. Go to sleep at 10 or 11, but wake up at 6 a.m. and then tell me.
I wake up at like 9 o'clock.
No, you don't.
I do.
Nope.
I do.
I don't believe you.
Not always.
I don't believe you. Oh,
Well, I lied.
I know.
I thought about it really hard. It's not always at 9 or 10.
You didn't think about it really hard. You knew from the very beginning of the conversation. You're like, this is bullshit.
You know when you know what they say, you'll lie. If you lie so much, if you lie often enough, you'll believe it.
Yeah, they definitely do say that. Anyway, I'm excited to be back in fucking civilization with fresh milk and cheese and good bread. God damn it.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to hit the bars.
Oh, so speaking of intake, segue, steroids.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
February next month when I get back from France, I'm going to go to the hospital and get some testosterone.
All right.
I'll be making some YouTube videos if anyone's interested. Check out my YouTube channel. I'll make a week-to-week update. Tell people what it's like.
I feel when you said that, I feel like you're the perfect candidate for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody that really, I don't want to say really needs it, but like it could benefit
Yeah.
from actually using that because of your back problem and just life uh mobility issues that you sometimes have, you know?
Yeah, I agree, and I think everyone could benefit from it from one way or another. Um, I don't know. I'm just fascinated. I'm really curious about what effects it'll have in terms of like my energy and my motivation and things like this.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Good luck, man.
It is what it is. I'm trying to have low expectations.
Well, be optimistic.
Man, I'm tired. Nah, fuck optimism. um, but yeah, then I'll be back in America, and fuck knows what's gonna happen then.
Uh, Adderall.
Yeah, seriously, dude. A big part of me wants to stay in China.
Yeah?
Yeah,
For what reason?
so many reasons.
Okay.
I mean, it's all the obvious ones: money, women, freedom, traveling, all the obvious reasons. But I know that I'm becoming more and more jaded. And so staying in China, I don't think is an option. Because it's getting to a point where I don't even want to eat Chinese food. Like, I'm fucking buying pizza at extortionate prices. Just because I don't want to order the same goddamn bowl of rice with some kind of mystery meat and an egg and some cabbage.
I literally just ate orange chicken.
Yeah, but
Uh, and I was okay with it.
well, good for you. But
Thank you.
yeah, I don't know, man. I'll figure it out though. If I come back to America and I end up coming back to Asia, it's not a big deal.
All right. So that's enough bullshit. Now, what about video games?
What about them?
Um, how's your channel going?
It's all right. I mean, getting more subscribers. Hit 24 yesterday, so that's pretty cool. Or not yesterday, like 2 or 3 days ago.
You're getting like 200 views each video, right?
No, fuck no. I wish.
I thought you were saying 200.
No, I'm getting like a couple hundred views a month.
Oh, that's still not that. That's good. Oh, I mean, it's
Yeah,
progress, bro.
progress is what matters. Like the view time and the views are what matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if no one watches my content, it is what it is. I don't mind. I feel good creating something.
Hmm. On the flip side, if that even works, I'm super excited to put my RAM card from my other computer into my desktop computer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is it gonna
make it
make a big
six
difference?
from 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, it should make a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Man, I'm really testing out this fucking computer I got. It's been running night and day nonstop for like almost 6 months.
Do you think you're gonna have to get another computer when you come back?
No, I got a 3-year warranty on this, so I'm gonna wait until this thing fucking explodes and then get a new one, or get it replaced.
Well, I hope it fucking explodes within that 3 years.
Fuck you, Arman. Well, I hope it doesn't do anything until I go back to America, because
Well, if it
the fucking warranty doesn't count in China. Like they're not gonna send a technician to China to fix my computer.
well if it explodes within the 3 years, you get a free computer, right?
If anything happens at all, it's replaced.
Yeah, there you go.
Not just like parts wise. Like if I put it on the ground right now and hit it with a hammer, they'll replace it.
Okay. It's a nice computer, by the way.
Thank you. I'm happy with it. I'm most happy with the warranty because I'm so paranoid about technology just failing. Like just getting like a dud.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was happy to get the warranty.
Cool.
Fuck.
I think.
What?
What happened?
No, you go on.
Okay. Just before you left to China, yes, our friend is living abroad now.
Yeah, I just talked about being in China.
I know. To our viewers.
Anyway, I'm in China. Get on with it.
Just prior to going back, you were talking about how you hate being dependent on technology. Or I guess it wasn't you hate being dependent on technology. I guess you were ranting, so I'm paraphrasing or just picking randomly in what you were saying. Um, you don't, remember when you were like, "Oh, I don't want an iPhone because it's an iPhone," but you would still buy like a top-end laptop if it was reasonably priced.
I think I was talking about not wanting an iPhone because iPhone won't communicate with non-Apple products.
Okay.
Effectively. So if I have an Android phone, it's going to speak to my PC.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have an Apple phone, it might not communicate so well with my PC. So then I need to buy an Apple computer and an Apple this and an Apple that. That's how they get you.
Which is reasonable.
Yeah. I've had an Apple computer before. They're very high quality. I like them a lot.
Would you say you're... do you like technology?
Obviously. Fuck yes. So,
okay,
I got something we can talk about. So recently, there was a doctor in China, a science man, who edited the genetics of a baby to make it resistant to HIV.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone in the world was hailing him as like a visionary, like, oh my god, this guy did some crazy shit. Mm-hmm. But it just came out like this week that it turns out he did that shit secretly. He did that shit without telling anybody, which is super illegal, even here in China, which I was surprised at. And so now he's being reprimanded and charged and all sorts of shit. He might go to prison for it.
Yeah, it's against human rights.
Well, this is something that I'm really disappointed about, actually, because when I've been saying this shit for years that China is going to make all the developments in these fields because they don't have the same regulations, in my opinion, over-regulation on human testing that Western countries do. So, without being able to test on people and having religious misgivings and all that bullshit. We have when it comes to things like cloning, the primary reason that cloning research has stagnated so much in places like America is because of the religious people in the country fighting it. Okay. So I've always been hopeful that China is going to make the progress that Western countries haven't been able to make. However, it doesn't seem like that's the case because the Chinese government is prosecuting this doctor or this scientist.
But you would say China, for the most part, is the lead experimental leader for as cloning goes?
No. I would say that I was hopeful that they would take the lead because they don't have the same regulations we do, but apparently they do have the same regulations. It's really disappointing to me because we need this research to be done. We need it to be done. And at a certain level, the only way it can be done is on people. Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's going to be side effects, and yeah, there's going to be bad ones, and there's going to be a lot of people. This is probably going to require years and years and tens, if not hundreds of thousands of experiments on humans, editing their genetics and then waiting for years to see what happens. And so this is some shit that we should have thrown ourselves into full force 20 years ago, so that today, 20 years later, we actually have some tangible information and we actually have some tangible progress. But still, it's being fought on all sides at every turn, and it's infuriating because we need this research so badly, being able to edit genetics.
What's your opinion on people voluntarily taking experimental drugs?
I think it's fantastic. If you want to if you want to volunteer for anything, I am all for it.
Maybe that could be like a law that surpasses human rights or something.
I think in some regards it probably is. I think that in certain situations people are allowed to volunteer for certain things that they normally wouldn't be allowed to. But at the end of the day, it's your life. Like, if you want to volunteer for something completely meaningless and foolish and dangerous, it's your life.
Or hypothetically or potentially, theoretically, whatever, it could actually save your life, but it's just experimental and not FDA approved, but it's still an opportunity,
Yeah. And also it pushes the progress bar forward. Even if there's almost no chance of it being successful, it pushes the bar forward. That's what Elon Musk is doing with space travel. He's pushing the bar forward. The likelihood that SpaceX will be the company that still exists 500 years from now doing all this space development is very unlikely. But he is pushing the ball so much further forward than other people have in the past.
Yeah, I don't know actually much about the SpaceX. I haven't been following it actually. My guess, or very little that I know of, it's a private space program or something.
That's right. It's private space company that's doing all sorts of shit. He's the one. So you've probably heard of Elon Musk, of course, but you've probably heard of like his off things, the side stuff he does, side ventures. For example, the Boring Company that makes the flamethrowers. You've seen that?
Okay.
You've seen that before, that, right? All right. Well, nope. He started a company that makes flamethrowers, and he sold like I don't know how many. But they just did one production run, sold them for like $300 a piece. It was all just to raise capital for SpaceX.
Why do you make flamethrowers?
Just to raise money.
Anybody can buy flamethrowers now or something? What?
No, you're missing the point. His companies need billions of dollars, and so he comes up with schemes to make billions of dollars. And one of the schemes was that he created a company called the Boring Company, and it produced a limited quantity of flamethrowers, like out-of-the-box, ready-to-use flamethrowers that are not technically flamethrowers. It's technically just like a torch, like an acetylene torch or not a propane torch, but it has like a rifle model,
It's pretty cool.
Anyway, sold them for $300 a piece, made a shitload of money. The point is that his most recent plan to make money that I heard was, and all this money is just being made to fund his space ventures, is that he wants to use SpaceX to launch thousands of satellites that will all connect together and then beam satellite internet to everyone in the whole world, make it available to anyone in the whole world, and they'll just pay him directly for like what's the word, subscription. And he describes it as it's going to be high speed internet for super super cheap, and that way he'll be able to, of course, undercut everyone else and take the entire market. I hope he does that. I hope he does that soon.
Is that not a monopoly?
It might. He might run afoul of antitrust, but we'll see. We'll see about that. It all depends on the market share. Like, if he pushes out all the other competition and they all close up, I guess it'll become a monopoly. But I'm convinced, because I looked into into satellite internet pretty recently. I'm convinced that they don't need to charge so much money. You know.
Yeah, I made a joke earlier about dishes being they should be free because it just picks up radio waves. It's
But
just
yeah,
and you can make. Huh?
that's
You're
obviously a joke though. That doesn't make any sense.
That's literally what it does, and you can make a dish out of everything,
But it's not free.
almost everything.
People have to build satellites and launch them, and then run the whole infrastructure and have thousands of employees. There's nothing free about it.
Yeah, but it was um what's it called?
The point I'm making
What-
is that current satellite internet companies charge extortionate rates for very low quality service. And if Elon Musk can enter that field with a very cheap product that's very high quality, then he'll dominate the whole field.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully he does that. I hope he does that soon. Because,
All right.
especially if I'm coming back to America, I don't want to be at the whim of the internet barons.
Hmm.
Oh, man.
I feel like getting or having 5 megabytes per or 50 megabytes per second is as good as 1 gigabyte per second. Obviously, it's not, but I feel like 50 megabytes per second is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I get 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very common here in China to see kilobytes, not megabytes.
Yeah.
Like if I go download something on Steam, it's very common to see like 200 kilobytes per second. Like, all right, well, I'll just come back 36 hours from now.
I just looked at my desktop and I'm staring at Command and Conquer the whole collection.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's like
Where'd you get that
we're
from?
talking.
Steam?
No, one of our friends gave it to me.
Okay, like discs?
Yeah, it's a collection of discs.
No shit, old school. Do you have Red Alert 1?
Yeah, 1, 2.
Oh my god.
Co-
Do you have the Aftermath expansion?
Here, let me see if I can find it.
The one with the red disc?
Aftermath.
Yeah,
I have 1, 2, like Generals 2.
that Aftermath one was the best.
I have
Goddamn.
Renegade.
I miss Red Alert.
Yeah, it has like freaking 4 or 5, maybe more. What's it called? Games in it, and they're all Command and Conquer.
God damn.
Ooh. I should play more Oblivion. The First Decade. It's called Command and Conquer: The First Decade. Ooh,
You should
jeez.
play more Oblivion.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Do it.
I haven't been home. Well, I actually just bought Ace Combat 7,
Oh, Mother of God.
and it disappointed me.
Disappointed, huh?
Yeah. The game, it's just like every other Ace Combat. I'm familiar with the gameplay. It's great. It's a great game, but it only has the campaign and a little bit of multiplayer. I feel like they're gonna release more content and more planes in DLCs,
Yep.
and that just sucks. Because the free to play version on PlayStation 3 was literally the same thing, and it has like 30 times. Shit, no. Probably like 50 times more content.
That sucks. It is really
Yeah.
disappointing. I don't know. We talked about that earlier. Fucking studios need to
hmm
get their heads out of their asses.
Yeah. So I'm going through what you went through with pay to play. I'm going through the DLC crisis. Um, Obviously, I've actually been through it, like while we were playing Call of Duty, and while we played zombies on Call of Duty, and buying an extra map was like, oh my god, he spent $15 on a map, but we played
Yeah.
the shit out of that map.
Yeah, even back then it was unthinkable to me to pay extra money for a map, and like the game comes with one or two maps. It actually came with one, didn't it?
Yeah, it was the first map.
And that map was shockingly bad.
Yeah, but we
And
played the shit out of it.
you know, when you only have one option, what are you gonna do? But I just remember thinking how fucking underhanded it is. I'm like, this is disgusting.
I mean, I feel like the reason why I still play World of Warcraft and I always stuck with it is because it was an open world game, and if if it didn't have enough content or whatever, it was still like a open world concept. So like it took most of my time. So I'm justifying that as like it was a good game, you know?
Yeah, it always has been a game that's worth playing, but it's hard to justify, man. Today with this so much competition, it's crazy. If you're gonna play an MMO, though, obviously you have to play WoW.
Yeah.
It still
But
dominates the field.
free to play Morrowind, Dungeons and Dragons.
Who gives a shit
Uh,
about that? But we should
it's,
actually play some physical Dungeons and Dragons sometime.
I'm down. I would actually play that.
We should find a coven of super nerds and join them.
I don't know about that, but maybe later.
All right, let's call this one.
All right, that's fair enough.
It's been another episode of Bullshit and Video Games with Brian Arman. Thank you all for listening. Catch you in the next episode.
Yep. Take care.